Whether you're pitching a big idea at work, telling a funny story to a friend, or even just sharing a memory, we're all storytellers. But have you ever stopped to wonder why some stories just stick with you while others don't? Well, today we're going to dig into this really simple but powerful framework from the book, Improving Your Storytelling, and I promise it'll completely change how you think about connecting with people.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You hear one story and you're totally hooked, on the edge of your seat. And then you hear another and you've forgotten it before the person's even finished talking. So what's the secret ingredient? You might think it's about having a perfect polished delivery or some kind of crazy plot twist. But the book we're looking at says nope, it's actually much simpler than that. It all comes down to relationships. Okay, so to really get this, the book lays out this awesome model called the storytelling triangle. It's a way to break down any story, any presentation, any conversation really, into 3 fundamental parts. Let's build it piece by piece. First up, at the very top of the triangle, you've got the storyteller. Yep, that's you. Your passion, your energy, your presence, it all kicks off right here. Next, of course, we have the story itself. This is the what, right? The narrative, the message, the core information you're trying to get across. And finally, the third piece of this puzzle, and it's absolutely essential, the audience. The people who are listening, watching, and experiencing your story. Because let's be real, without them, you're just rehearsing. And here it is, the whole shebang. So you've got the storyteller, the story, and the audience. Now look at those lines connecting them. The storyteller has a relationship with the story and a relationship with the audience. But look really closely at that dotted line. This is the game changer. You, the storyteller, have absolutely no direct control over how the audience connects with the story. So get this, your goal isn't to be some flawless, perfect performer. It's to be a manager of relationships. Your job is to make your connection to the story super strong and your connection to the audience really solid. When you do that, you create the perfect conditions for the audience to form their own powerful connection to the story. Now this idea, it leads to a huge mindset shift. And honestly, this might be the most important takeaway of all. It's about letting go of that need for control and stepping into a completely new role. So instead of picturing yourself as some kind of performer on a stage, trying to force a reaction out of people, the book suggests this amazing new metaphor. Think of yourself as a gardener. And this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? Your story, that's the seed. You can do everything in your power to prepare the soil. That means understanding your audience and knowing your story inside and out. You can provide the water and sunlight. That's your enthusiasm, your clarity, but you can never, ever force that seed to sprout in their minds. You just have to trust the process. Let's break this down. The God mindset, which is the mistake a lot of us make, tries to force a response. It wants a specific laugh at a specific moment. It's all about controlling the outcome, and that puts a ton of pressure on your performance. But the gardener mindset, it completely shifts the focus. You're not forcing, you're creating the right conditions. You're not controlling, you're nurturing the process. Your focus moves away from a perfect performance and toward a genuine connection. And here's the real aha moment. When you let go of all that pressure to control everything, you naturally become more authentic. You feel way less anxious, and you give the audience the space they need to connect with the story on their own terms. So, okay, we're gardeners. Great. But what exactly are we supposed to be, gardening? Well, this model gives us a super practical guide. It all comes down to nurturing 3 specific key relationships. These are the 3 areas where you want to focus all your energy. Your relationship with the story itself, your relationship with your audience, and, this one's important, your relationship with yourself. First, the story. Do you really get it deep down? And maybe even more importantly, do you actually care about what you're saying? Because that passion, that genuine interest is totally contagious. And have you done the work to make sure it's clear and easy for someone else to follow? This is all about honoring the message you're trying to share. Next up, your audience. And hey, this isn't just some faceless crowd, right? Who are these people? What do they already know? Or what do they believe? What are they hoping to get out of this experience? Your job is to serve them, to build a bridge between where they are and the story you're sharing. And finally, we have the relationship that so many of us overlook, the one with yourself. Are you showing up as you, authentically? Are you actually present in the moment, or are you just reciting a script from memory? When you tell a story with genuine care, that's what brings it to life. You are the vehicle for this story, so you gotta be tuned in and ready to go. So,
We've looked at the triangle, we've embraced this whole gardener mindset, and we know exactly which relationships to focus on. So the big question now becomes, what do you actually do with this?
Just remember this, the pressure is officially off. You don't have to be a perfect, flawless performer. You just have to be present and focused on building a connection. Let go of trying to control the outcome and instead just focus on nurturing the experience. Trust me, that's where the real magic happens. So I'll leave you with this thought. The next time you have to give a presentation or share a new idea or even just tell a friend about your weekend, remember the gardener and the triangle and just ask yourself, what is the next story you are going to cultivate?